Okay, hello everybody, welcome to my channel. So this is Hoodoo Master back again, and today's video is on collecting grave dirt. Now remember, I've mentioned in a few of my videos that I will be doing a full video on how to collect grave dirt. So the first thing I want to say is I am totally against collecting grave dirt. Do not work with spirits. The reason why I say that is, even as a hoodoo expert, I think it's very dangerous working with spirits, working with ghosts, working with the dead, and as Asians will refer it, working with the jinn power. So, yep, as a hoodoo expert, I always say do not work with spirits, but if that's something that you want to do, then there is a process that you need to follow to collect the grave dirt. And there's a safe process. So when people actually turn around and say, you know, just go to a graveyard, collect the grave dirt, come back home, guys, do not do that. That is the most dangerous way of collecting grave dirt. And I'm going to go into detail why and how it can affect you in a moment. But yeah, so, you know, don't think collecting grave dirt is going to a graveyard and just collecting dirt off somebody's grave and you can put it in your spells and that's it, because really it's going to affect you in a very negative way, and not only affect you, it will affect your family, and it could be ongoing for your future generations. So guys, the last thing you want to do is be in debt to a spirit. So please do not collect grave dirt in such an irresponsible manner. There is a correct way of doing that. So there are a few videos on YouTube on how to collect grave dirt. I've watched all of them and they are great. Exactly the right way of collecting grave dirt. And this is just my version of how to collect grave dirt, and it's pretty much the same as theirs. So you can see a few things here on my plate. But before I go into these things, step one. If you want to work with spirit, the first thing you need to do is, before you go to the graveyard, have a shower. I know it sounds funny, sounds silly. Clean yourself, have a shower, use shampoos that are fragrance free. Just the way as humans are attracted to each other, spirits are also attracted to human beings. And trust me, when a spirit falls in love with a human being, he or she will do anything in its power to take you with them. Okay? That means killing you and taking your soul with them because they've fallen in love with you. So the last thing you want to do is attract a spirit in a graveyard. So have a shower, make sure it's with fragrance-free shampoos and conditioners. Do not put any perfume on, do not put any aftershave on. Before you go to the graveyard, after you've had a shower, put your religious signs on your body. So if you're wearing a chain, so, you know, put a pendant, a Jesus cross pendant, even with a marker pen or something, or with eyeliner or something, make signs of your religious symbols on your arms, on your hands, once again to protect yourself. Okay? The other thing I would do is use garlic and sage and rub that over your body before you go. Garlic is really good to keep spirits away from you. This preparation that I'm telling you to do is purely to protect you, because you don't want a spirit to latch onto you and you don't want a spirit to follow you home. So this is a preparation you will do. Always cover your head. If you're a girl, if you're a female, fine, you can take a scarf with you. If you're a guy, you're a gentleman, please wear a hat, a turban, whatever. Cover your head, that's the sign of respect. So that's the preparation you will do before you go to the graveyard. Make sure, you know, this is what you want. Okay, there are other ways of forming powerful links to the target that you want to work on. No matter how much in love you are with this target, no matter how much you hate this target and you want to get your revenge, there are other ways of forming links, okay? So you can create spirit powder, you can baptize a voodoo doll, and you can form that powerful link with that target. You don't need to use grave dirt or spirit essence, but if that's what you want to do, and you know, I can't change your mind or nobody can change your mind, then at least follow the correct process. So once you've prepared yourself, so with the shower, no perfume, covered your head, covered yourself with sage and garlic, put your religious signs on your body, that is your protection there. Then you go to the graveyard. Right. When you go to the graveyard, there are usually spirits at the entrance gate and the exit gate of the graveyard. Okay, those spirits are usually referred to as guardian spirits. Always bow your head and pay respect to them and ask for permission whilst you're walking into the graveyard. May I come in? Okay, so when I went to a graveyard to collect grave dirt a few years ago, when I did work with grave dirts, I went in, I covered my head, I put a turban on, I followed all the preparation that I just mentioned here. I then, when I entered the graveyard, I bowed my head. I actually touched the floor with my hands and then touched my hand to my forehead. Now in the Indian tradition, in the Punjabi tradition, that is referred to as peri pena. So peri pena is a respectful way to pay respect to your elders. So I use that same technique to pay respect to those guardian spirits. And in your mind, and that's what I said, in my mind, I'm here with in harmony, I'm here with full respect, I'm here to seek support and help. Thank you for allowing me to be in your home. Remember, it is a home to the spirits, so thank you for allowing me to be here. I'm very thankful, and thank you, and go into the graveyard. Now, of course, you're going to go to the graveyard with a specific intention. If you're going to involve grave dirt to break somebody's, for a breakup spell, have that intention in your mind. If you're going in for a lover return work, have that intention in your mind. If you're going in for a good success work, have that intention in your mind. Because what you're doing is you're broadcasting your intention to the graveyard. Now sometimes you will get a feeling of where to go, because there will be certain spirits that will be willing to interact with you. On the other side, you may not get such feeling. You may just go and sit at a bench and once again keep broadcasting that intention in your mind, even say it out loud if nobody's around you, and wait for sign. Okay, sounds very Hollywood, Bollywood movie type, but there may be a some leaves moving in a certain direction that you see. That could be a sign of a spirit attracting you to say, yes, I'm willing to help you. There may be some wind going in a certain direction. In very extreme circumstances, and be prepared, may sound funny, may sound silly, a spirit may come and sit with you on the bench. The reason why I'm saying that, and I think some of you guys are going to think, what a bullshit, but I'm actually being honest with you. When I went to the graveyard and I broadcasted my intention, somebody came and sat next to me and started speaking to me. And I started speaking back. At no point did I realise that I was speaking to the spirit. I thought it was a human being. I genuinely did. Until I turned around, I think to get my phone from my pocket, or I can't remember what it was. And then when I turned back, the spirit had gone. The spirit had communicated with me. We agreed on the offer. I told the spirit my situation because I was really upset. I needed a shoulder to cry on, and that spirit was very, very helpful. So, be prepared. A spirit may even come and speak to you. If that happens, don't freak out and start screaming and shouting and start thinking, what the hell am I doing? Because you need to be prepared for such situations when you go to the graveyard and you want to go and collect grave dirt. So keep that in mind. So when you go in to the graveyard, firstly bow and respect the guardian souls, the spirits at the gate of the entrance, go and broadcast your intention in your mind. If you want to say it out aloud on your own, say that. Say, I'm here for some breakup work or love or return work. I need some help. Is there anybody willing to help me? Go and sit at a bench until you see a sign. And take it from there. So I'm going to go to the next part of the video in a moment, and then I will tell you what to do and how to collect the grave dirt. Thank you. Okay, so welcome back, guys. So the next step, once you've broadcasted your intention and why you are there, and you feel that you are being attracted to a certain grave, go to that grave and say whatever you are there for. So for example, if you're there for to bring two people together, then go over and say, look, I'm here because I'm in love with X, Y, and Z, and I need some help to bring that person back to me. Are you willing to help me, please? At that stage, I would offer a small offering. Now, I've got a few things here on this plate. There are a countless list of things that you can take as an offering to the spirit. But at this stage, I'd put something very small, maybe a sweet, a candy, maybe even some coins on the grave to show that I'm there with good intention and wait for the spirit to communicate. Now, sounds a bit silly again, but you can take I think it's called a Ouija board or something like that, or a pendulum or something to, once you start interacting with the spirit, you know that they are interacting back, for them to say yes or no. So once you've spoken to and interacted with the spirit, and the spirit turns around and says, yes, I'm willing to help you, then you make an offering to the spirit. Now, there are many things, as I said, that can be offered, but just things that I've got here. So female spirits love perfumes. So I've got perfumes here. Funnily, I've picked up a perfume called Ghost. What a coincidence, and I'm talking about grave dirt today. So female spirits love perfumes, so that's something that you can take. Hard-boiled candy is very appreciated by the spirits. Tobacco is also appreciated by the spirits. Alcohol, you can take a bottle of wine. I tend to take a small unopened miniature whiskey. Jack Daniels is taken very well by the spirits. You've got money, so coins, pound coins, £2 coins, dollars, whatever. You can take money with you. Some spirits, especially if you're working with infant spirits, so children that have died very young, then toys can be a really good offering as well. Of course, you can take other sorts of offerings as well. You've got cosmetics, you've got big toys, you can take food from your own table, up to you. The list goes, the list can go on forever. But offering is very important because you do not want to be in debt to the spirit world. That's one thing you do not want. And that's very, very important to understand, that if you take the grave dirt without making any offering, you will then be in debt to the spirit. The spirit will follow you home. The spirit will then haunt you, and you probably won't even be aware why this is happening, because in your mind, you went and got the permission to use the grave dirt. You won't even think that actually you are in debt to that grave or to that spirit. So make sure you make an offering and understand what the spirit wants. 99.9% of the time, the spirit will accept one of the offerings from the list that you take, or the items that you take. If you are not sure that out of the, for example, if I've taken this plate and I'm not sure out of this plate which specific item the spirit has accepted, I will put all of them there. At least that way I'm on the safe side. I will leave all of these items on the grave. Leave a few candy, a few coins, a few cigarettes, even open the bottle of the whiskey there. Just leave it there. At least that way you know that it has been accepted, and then continue to take the grave dirt. Okay?